Greetings. Today I want to talk to you about Indian club floats. Now these are one of my favorite drills to do with Indian clubs. You can do them with one club or you can do them with two clubs. It just feels really nice and smooth on your wrist and on your elbow and on your shoulder, on your forearms and on your fingers, all rolled into one. And it kind of has this like freeing feeling to it. And I don't really know if you understand what I'm talking about, but if you start swinging clubs and you start doing floats, you will understand it then. And come September, when we do our workshop with Paul Volkovinsky, we may get to floats and we may not. We'll have to see how things go. But in the meantime, I'm going to show you what they look like. And if you have done clubs before, I want you to practice. Are you ready? Here we go. We'll start with one. So a float is performed like this. We start out in a halfway position. And what we do is we bring the club around like this. We float it above our head. We do a wrist twirl. Then all of a sudden, we're going the other direction. See that? We're going this way. Right there. So now I'm coming into a reverse pattern. Now I could float it here, and now I'm going right back the other way again. So really what this is a quick way to change directions. So if you're doing one club at a time and you're new to Indian clubs, you can kind of just stop and swing it this way and go back around this way. And do the same thing here. Kind of just let it go. Now you're going back the other way. But if you want to get a little more fancy and a little more technical, you can do a float to switch directions. So it would look like this. Now we're going to bring it up high above our head, move our arm behind our head, do a wrist twirl. Now we're going that way. So I'll do that in faster motion. Ready? So we're going like this. Now I'm going to float it out to the side. I'm going to do a wrist twirl. Now I'm going this way. Now I'm going to float it over my head, and I'm going that way. See that? So we can float this way, and we can float this way for a quick change of direction. Now we can use two clubs as well. So we'll start in a Y position like this. Bring it down. Now we're doing our heart shapes. Now we can do a double float. So here, we're going to stop the clubs here and form an X pattern. We're going to lift them up over our head, drop our arms behind our head, do a double wrist twirl, bring it right back down in front, and now we're going into a reverse pattern, see? And now we can do a double float on the outside, and now we're going this way. And now we can float here, and go the other way. And then you can do all floats. Float here, float here, float here, float here, and just keep going back and forth. So that right there, my friends, is called the float pattern, which is one of my favorites. And if you're advanced enough to try it, then I go ahead and suggest that you do. And if you want to just throw yourself to the wolves and give it a spin, and do that as well. In the meantime, if you have any questions or comments, feel free to hit me up or hit up my good friend Paul Volkovinsky, and we'll happily explain more to you. Otherwise, for those of you that are coming in September, we'll see you then. In the meantime, have a great day. This is K-Rail reporting live from Willow Creek Park in Park City, Utah.